Hi there, it's Mr. Smith, and in this video I'm going to go over the syllabus for college algebra. This is in the fall of 2021, and I'm teaching 3 courses here, and they're all face-to-face, so I'm going to do all of these in one shot here. So first of all, as far as contacting your instructor is concerned, we normally will get back to you within 24 hours. That's the expectation. I'm normally much faster than that, so that shouldn't be an issue. Instructor information. My name is Scott Smith, and notice Scott is spelled with 1T, and that's why my nickname is 1T. You can call me Scott, you can call me Mr. Smith, or if you'd like to call me by my nickname, you can do that too. My email is probably the easiest way to reach me. It goes directly to my phone. And again, I'm pretty good about getting back to students quickly. But you can also call this phone number. It's a Google Voice phone. If you want to have more of a conversation, or if you want to text me, you're welcome to do that. My office location is J127. I haven't determined office hours yet, but I'll be doing that the first week here. And if you need to get a hold of the division office, there's the information for them. All right, let's move on to the next section. So course information. So this is college algebra, which is called Math 1314. And again, this video will cover 3 sections, 21-409, 21-410, and 21-G02. So let's see, you can see down below I've got the meeting time for, it's actually 21-409. For 21-410, we're going to meet on Tuesday, Thursdays at 2, and it'll be 2 to 3:20 in room K136. And then for the section 21-G02, Tuesdays and Thursdays 11 to 12:20, room X2006. Notice the certification date here. That's the date that I certify that you're attending. So the main thing is that you're attending classes and you've signed into my math lab and you're working on assignments. It's important that you're certified if you're getting financial aid or you're a veteran. So it's just, you want to make sure you take care of the business there. Last day to withdraw, if for some reason you need to withdraw from this course, it's November 11th. And when you do that, you'll get a W on your permanent record. And there's a limit to how many times you can do that. So you got to be careful with that. I do want to make the comment here that I would highly encourage you to talk to me before you withdraw, or at least let me know that you're going to withdraw. You also may want to talk to Veterans Affairs or financial aid people if you're getting financial aid, because there's things you need to know about what you can and can't do. Sometimes students just disappear from a course thinking that they're done with college, and they end up coming back a couple years later and they find that they're on probation. So just be really careful. Make sure you do things the right way here, and that won't become a problem later on. You'll notice here you should be college level ready in algebra-based mathematics in order to be in this course. If you're interested in the course description, it goes into a little more detail. Let's see, student learning outcomes, you can look at those. Those are the things that you will learn in this course. Texas core objectives, these are things that are important to Texas and the community colleges in terms of preparing people for the real world. These are all important skills. Hopefully in your time at Dallas College, you'll grow in all these areas. And by the way, you'll see those on, I think, all or most of your syllabi, so just make sure you look through those at least once. Required course materials for this course, I would just talk to you about the Include Ed program. That's when you pay your tuition. It also covers books normally, or the main course materials. In this case, in our class, you're getting My Math Lab, which is an online program that also includes an e-text or an online textbook. And that's where you're going to be doing all your assignments. We'll talk about that more later. But you're also going to need a TI graphing calculator. This is not included as part of Include Ed. So hopefully you have one around or you have a friend. The TI-84 is the recommended calculator, and 83 will work. It's not as nice. But these other calculators, the 89, the TI-92, or an Inspire, these are not allowed in this course. And since you're doing your homework online, it's very important that you have a reliable computer with reliable internet access. Some students will try to do all their work at school. That can be a challenge, but I've seen people do it. Your graded work is graded as follows. Notice homework's 10%, quizzes are 10%, tests are 60%, and the final is 20%. So you can see that it's very important that you do well on the test and the final. That makes up the majority of your grade. The homework and quizzes are extremely important, though, because if you do a great job on those, that's normally going to normally students that do a great job on the homework and the quizzes do well in the class. Let's see. The grading is typical. 90 to 100% is an A, and so on. And you'll want to notice this down here. It says here, you'll have the opportunity to replace the score earned on a test grade, excluding test 4, with the score earned on the final exam if you have an average score of at least 80% on all homework assignments. So that's a very nice arrangement there. Encourages you to do the homework, which I've already talked about, but the ability to be able to replace your lowest test score with your grade on the final, it can really make a difference at the end. I've seen it save many students at the end of the semester. All right, so let's talk about the graded work. So first of all, I'll go into some detail with the homework. It says the homework will be assigned in My Math Lab or My Lab Math to practice the material that we learn in each section of the textbook. A great feature of My Lab Math is that you'll get immediate feedback for each problem. You're going to know if you're doing it right or wrong. If you get a wrong answer, you're going to have access to a detailed solution to the problem normally, whether it's a video or there's a help me solve this. There's often an example that you can look back or look on. But I also want to point out another thing here. In order to learn the material well, I highly recommend that you work out all homework on paper in some kind of a notebook. What I find is, especially when it comes time for the quizzes or the tests, if you're not really writing things out neatly, or at least where you can go back and look at it, students don't really have any way to like study or the things they struggle with or they need to go over and practice. So it's really important that you're writing things out. That also helps you in terms of learning. So I highly encourage you to do that. The quizzes are important because they basically show you if you're learning the material. They're going to cover a few more sections. They're timed. And if you're doing poorly on the quizzes, then that's an indication that you need to do some more studying before you take a test. Ideally, you want to take the quiz without looking at notes. And if you can do that, you're in good shape. It's nice that you can use those notes to help you with the quizzes, but just be careful because the main thing is that you're learning the material and you can do the problems without looking at anything when you get to the time where you're taking your test. All right, so in terms of tests, we talked about those. We, in the past, have had all the tests taken in the testing center. As of right now, we're doing them in class. The only issue with that is we're losing a lot of time for instruction, and this class is already pretty packed, so that's something I have to work out this semester. But anyway, I'll let you know if anything changes. So as of right now, we're taking the tests in class. And then the final, we talked about that. That is a comprehensive final. Late work policy. So we talked about the importance of doing a good job with the homework and the quizzes. If you're late on assignments, they're half credit. Once you've taken a test, though, for the homework and quizzes that you've done, after the test, you can't go back and do those assignments. So it's very important that you're staying on top of the deadlines and getting homework and quizzes done on time so that when the tests come, you're prepared. And again, you cannot do those assignments after the test. If for some reason you missed the test, you should contact me right away. And normally there's no opportunity to take it later unless there's some kind of an emergency. I'm a reasonable person, but if you're just, you just weren't prepared, that's not an excuse. Instructor-student communication. This is really important, especially in a math course, and especially at the start of the semester. And with us using this program, it's really important that you understand the things you need to do. And so, there's going to be a lot of announcements early in the semester. You should be getting those in your email, your school email. Whenever I make an announcement in eCampus, it should go there. If you're not getting those, that means you need to get your email address in eConnect corrected so that you're getting these announcements. And that's not just true in my course, it's true for all the courses. So make sure that you're taking care of that. Make sure you're checking your announcements or your email. One of the things you should be aware of is you can set up your phone so that you're getting all of your email in the same place so you're not missing anything. Let's see, the only other thing I'd add here is, again, be sure to ask your questions. Sometimes people are kind of shy about doing that. It's really important that you understand what you need to do and how to do things. And if you're having any problems, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'm here to help. When you're emailing me, I'd really appreciate it if you could give me the section that you're in. I'm actually teaching a lot of courses this semester, so that will help me out. Remember, we've got 21409, 21410, and we also have the G0, I can't remember the other one, but 3 different courses here just in college algebra, different sections. Attendance and participation. So in order to be certified as attending the course, we said that date was like September 4th. You must attend class at least once the first 2 weeks and enroll in My Lab Math. Failure to be certified may affect any financial aid that you receive. Keep in mind this is the minimum requirement. In fact, if you look at our schedule, you'll see that by September 5th, homework assignment 2.1 should be done. So all of Chapter 1 and 2.1 with an average score of 70%. And so that's where, let's see, the other thing I just want to mention again is I really recommend that you shoot for 80% on all your homework and quizzes if you can. The quizzes are a little bit harder to do. Institutional policies, if you haven't read these, you ought to look at these at least once and make sure you understand what's there. Things about tutoring, disabilities, if you have to drop a course, Title IX. Those are the kinds of topics that are in there. I just want to make a comment that I do especially these last couple years, we've had a lot of challenges to get around. So depending on how things are going, I may make some adjustments to the syllabus, and I'll make announcements if that occurs. Let's look at the course schedule real quick. You can see that the first 3 weeks we're doing assignments, and the first test is Wednesday, 9:15. So you can see basically you have your assignments on the left, your due date on the right. Everything's pretty clear here. You'll also, when you're in my math lab, you're going to see the assignment due dates there. So you shouldn't have any issues knowing when things are due. If there's anything that's ever not clear, just let me know. And then finally, I do have the testing schedule separate here. Some of you may want to put those dates down on your calendars. All right, so I think I've covered everything that you need to know. If you have any other questions, just let me know.